you talked about losing your daughter in 2016. This is to enable, like, you know, so many people that are going through grief out there as well, that have lost someone, to be able to know a little bit about your journey. So how was it like losing your daughter in 2016? Like, and how did she pass?
So she was diagnosed with a cancer called neuroblastoma. She was a warrior. She always had a smile on her face. She always had that strength in her that gave myself and my her mother, my ex-partner, that she gave us strength. She even when she went through the chemo, the radiotherapy, she had that strength.
Wow.
And there's a lot of people don't know about the Victory Bell. So when someone goes through cancer and they get cured from it, they ring a bell, and that's kind of like their victory. So
you talked about homelessness, that you help people who have been homeless in the past. So have you experienced homelessness?
I have, yes.
Okay, so
yeah, a lot of people don't realise when you're on the streets, you're scared, you're lonely, you're in a completely different world to having a roof over your head. Because, okay, people do take the drugs, people do drink, but that's a coping mechanism that people do this. So when people, so there's a stereotypical homeless man being on drugs, it's their way of coping because they're scared. They don't know if they're gonna be alive the next day. They don't know when their next meal's gonna be.
Talking about this actually like helped me to see more, to understand more about the situation of the homeless people. Like one person was actually sharing their story with me about how they had a house and the bank like repossessed the house and they were almost on the street. And look, you would see that kind of person, you say, oh, maybe this person is not hardworking, but it's not true. It doesn't really mean that they are not hardworking. It just means that the situation of life at that point actually hits them. And most of them are not lazy people. If they had the opportunity, they would move away from where they are. Just like you now, you've changed your story, and here you are today, a better life, and then you're doing better for yourself. That is amazing.
Here in the kitchen, stories unfold. With every chop, we slice through the bowl. Gather around, let the flavors ignite. Real stories shared, bring a night to life. From simmering dreams to tales untold. In every bite, see the magic.
Hey, welcome to Talk and Chop again. It's another amazing episode. And remember, this show is a show where we invite guests from all walks of life to come to the kitchen, share the unique moments of life that made them, and also cook together. And guess what? We have another amazing guest in the kitchen today. Yes, we've got Brandon. And Brandon is an amazing guy who's gone through so many things in life and yet is still standing. So I want you to get your fork and your feelings and get ready. Let's talk. Let's chop. Thank you so much for being in the kitchen today. This is Talk and Chop. It means we literally talk and then we also chop. So Brandon, can you just introduce yourself and just tell Talk and Chop us about yourself?
I'm Brandon. I'm the owner of Umbrella Peer Support. We've been helping people since 2017. We've been giving solutions to people's problems, most extreme cases, so grief, homelessness, and we've given them the support since then. My main inspiration for the group was when my daughter passed in 2016. I knew I wasn't the only one out there that had been through grief, who's been through hurt, who's been through everything, all the social issues. So I wanted to make a community. So we started out on Facebook, and we've grown since then. So
amazing. Like you know, it's all just so many people lose yourself even while grieving, and then you're doing amazing job out there, bringing other people out. You know, so many people when the when they go through so many things, they burn. But instead, you've become a light for other people. So it's really amazing to see that you're doing that kind of job. So yeah, I'm just going to ask, like, what are you going to be cooking for us today?
So I'm going to be cooking, it's a very simple dish, just a chicken stir fry. It's literally a midweek meal me and my wife make. So yeah, I thought I'd...
So like, yeah, does it have any maybe like significance to you or something like you bond over?
Yeah, we tend to have it's more a midweek meal when me and my wife are tired from work, you know. So it's nothing significant, but it's a very easy dish to make. So
you see, he actually chose one of the easiest to make.
Yeah,
that's interesting. So Brandon, before we go into the cooking part, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. So when you were talking the other time, you talked about losing your daughter. So when did you lost her in 2016? This is to enable, like, you know, so many people that are going through grief out there as well, that have lost someone, to be able to know a little bit about your journey. So how was it like losing your daughter in 2016? Like and how did she pass?
So she was diagnosed with a cancer called neuroblastoma. What I'd say to that though, she was a warrior. She always had a smile on her face. She always had that strength in her that gave myself and my her mother, my ex-partner, that she gave us strength. She even when she went through the chemo, the radiotherapy, she had that strength.
Wow.
And this is kind of where I've built the group from, and where we're now doing our podcast. So Victory Bell podcast. She was 2 weeks away from ringing that Victory Bell. So a lot of people don't know about the Victory Bell. So when someone goes through cancer and they get cured from it, they ring a bell. And that's kind of like their victory. So she was weeks away from
ringing the bell.
Yeah. So it was literally we took her home one evening and she was lifeless when we put into bed. So yeah, it was tough. I'm gonna say it was really, really tough. I honestly, people around me have supported me. The group have supported me, even though I created the group. We created that community.
Yeah,
we all,
and it has also healed you as well. Yeah,
absolutely. It's made me realise that we're not alone in this journey.
Yeah,
no matter what people go through, we're not alone. So I always say to people, talking saves lives.
Yes, absolutely. So, I agree.
Absolutely. So I could be talking to someone about their relationship problems, about anything like that. But we do also talk about extreme cases like homelessness, abuse, and from that, if someone's going through a crisis, we then take it a step further if we need to call the emergency services to support them. So that's the kind of thing we do to save their lives. So yeah,
amazing, Brandon, amazing. Yeah, so I'm seeing this amazing man, but I know that behind this man there's a story. So I just want to know, what was it like growing up? How was your childhood like?
My childhood, I'd say, was quite rocky. I was bullied at home. So my mum's ex-partner, he was quite abusive. He did unimaginable things to us.
Oh my God.
I was bullied at school a lot, to the point where at the age of 15 I was diagnosed with depression. It was a really rocky start to my life. However, over the years, it's given me strength to be able to have that empathy for people.
Yeah.
So even though I've had that rocky childhood, I'm able to say, okay, I'm not the only one that's been through the abuse. I'm not the only one that's been through the bullying at school, and because a lot of people there's an old phrase: sticks and stones may break my bones, but names never hurt me. That's it's an old-fashioned saying, So it gives you emotional scars, and that, however, that has shaped me to my strong self. So
one thing about you that I've really learned is that despite everything you went through, you actually came out to become like a model to say, yes, I have gone through this and I'm ready to like shine that light and make sure that other people do not go through what I'm going through. Or for the people who are going through what I've gone through, I'm going to help them to see the light.
Absolutely.
When I was making some research about serial killers, I found out that so many of them were abused when they were children, and they end up growing up to like want to assert their dominance over other people, and that made like it grew up to like they grew up to be wicked people. So for you to go through such, and instead of becoming wicked or becoming bad and saying, oh yes, someone has bullied me, okay, I need to also bully others, you try your best to ensure that other people do not go through that. That is an amazing person you are. Like I must say, and I'm really, really, really proud of you, even though I'm just meeting you today for the first time. Like seriously, you are a rare breed, I must say. So I'm just gonna also ask, you talked about homelessness, that you help people who have been homeless in the past. So have you experienced homelessness?
I have, yes. I had a breakdown. It was probably about, probably about 2012. I had a bit of a breakdown. I was on the streets quite for some, I want to say about 2 years at the most, on and off, sofa surfing, in homeless shelters. And that unfortunately did lead me to take drugs. So a lot of people don't realise when you're on the streets, you're scared, you're lonely, you're in a completely different world to having a roof over your head. Because okay, people do take the drugs, people do drink, but that's a coping mechanism that people do this. So when people, so there's a stereotypical homeless man being on drugs, it's their way of coping because they're scared, they don't know if they're gonna be alive the next day, they don't know when their next meal's going to be. So I'm now blessed to have a roof over my head. I'm now blessed to have love in my life. I've got a wife, I've got a family, I'm gonna have kids one day, and that's kind of where I take things nowadays. I don't look to my past as much nowadays. And that's kind of where our podcast goes, Victory Bell podcast goes. So we look at more people's victories, more people's achievements. That's where we want to go in life. So
wow. Talking about this actually like helped me to see more, to understand more about the situation of the homeless people. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, like with you. Usually when I go out and I see people that are homeless, like sleeping on the streets, I feel like, come on, why would anybody be on the street right now? I just feel like, oh, what if maybe you can just try and apply for maybe like even a job in a care home, maybe if you get the job and then you just not at least be able to pay even if for a small room. But like now you're making me understand that homelessness, like it's not something that is that simple.
No.
Like one person was actually sharing their story with me about how they had a house and the bank like repossessed the house and they were almost on the street. And look, you would see that kind of person, you would say, oh, maybe this person is not hardworking. But it's not true. It doesn't really mean that they are not hardworking. It just means that the situation of life at that point actually hits them. And most of them are not lazy people. If they had the opportunity, they would move away from where they are. Just like you now, you've changed your story, and here you are today with a better life, and then you're doing better for yourself. That is amazing. Honestly, I want to say, like, you are a total inspiration.
Here in the kitchen, stories unfold. With every chop, we slice through the bowl.
Before we bring more conversations, so what you're gonna do for us now, Brandon, is to introduce your ingredients. Tell us, what are you going to be using? Are you going to be using this or that? And don't forget, we have a mystery ingredient section. So Brandon is going to get a shock today because as a Naija babe that I'm going to ensure that he gets something that he will like rack his brain and say, how am I going to use this thing?
In this kitchen, we're a family tonight. Food and stories, everything feels just right. Laughter and spices fill the air so sweet as we share our journeys over sizzling heat. Guests at the table with hearts open wide, cooking up memories, it's a joyful ride. With every plate, we break down the walls, bonding through food as the passion calls.
So like now I'm gonna give you a mystery ingredient.
Okay.
So I brought chili. As a Nigerian, everything you eat, you must add spice. Chili pepper. So this is chili for you, and this is lemon for you. So pick one. Which one will you go with?
I'm gonna go for the chili. I'm going for the chili.
Okay.
Chop, every moment's divine.
So Brandon, I just wanted to ask you something. You were talking about forgiveness, like you're in a better place with your parents. So how was it like forgiving your parents after they broke up? You know, like, because children from broken home, they always end up being the one at the receiving end. So how was it like forgiving your parents?
So over the years, I'm the eldest out of five, and I sort of felt I was picking up pieces over our emotional side of things. We moved a lot. Moved homes quite a lot. So I felt we never really had a home, you know, a roof over our head properly. So when it came to like a stable home, we did feel, I suppose, emotionally homeless, I suppose, you know, because like, when my daughter was born, I left home at 18, you know, I left home really young, because I became a parent, and becoming a parent and having sort of coming out of a bad childhood, you're given that opportunity to be able to change.
Parent,
absolutely. So So
did it help to forgive your
absolutely,
parents?
Absolutely. It changed my perspective on just
parenting. And everything.
Absolutely. So I think changing perspective on things, it does help you to learn and forgive and accept that things in life do happen. So
so like I would like to ask you, do you think people actually change?
they change with the times. They change. People change relationships. People change your outlook on things. And even though I suppose events happen in life, those events can change you for the better. I think, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting. Do you want to continue?
yeah, please.
Okay. Wow. So, like, you talked about being bullied in school. You know, a lot of people in the UK here, like, they experience bullying in school.
They do, yeah.
Even for black children, I've heard a lot of times when they're being bullied for their skin color and everything.
Absolutely.
So hearing about that, it's really sad that it's still going on even up till now, you know? So what was it like, and how did you overcome it, or like you just let it go?
I mean, I was bullied since primary school, since I was starting school. So my whole education experience, because I was that weird kid at school, you know, I was very quiet, I was very timid. And people saw that, people took that
Advantage.
and you know, people, I think, bullied children trying to fit in, and when they try to fit in, they overdo it, if you like, and it's kind of like you're in that separate group of people. You're in that separate group which are the outcasts, if you like. And when children feel outcasts, they do, I think, well, I'd say they misbehave. They, you know, because if you misbehave, then you're going to get noticed. So I misbehaved at school, I'd say, you know. I wasn't the best kid in school, but no one's perfect.
Yeah, but that doesn't give anybody the right to bully.
Absolutely. It's like, unfortunately, it's part of life. You meet the good people, you meet the bad people. There's the good people you remember more because, I'll give you an example. Someone on my group, I helped about 5-6 years ago. She now helps other people because we helped her to overcome her issues. So the fact that you're able to help people and they're giving back now, so that in itself is strength, I think. So yeah, you know, recently I watched this movie. I think it was my husband that made me, this Adolescence. Oh yeah.
Where the child was being bullied in school and all that, and then he ended up committing murder and everything. I feel like a lot of bullying is going on in the UK system, and not even in the UK, everywhere, even in Nigeria, a lot of bullying goes on in school. We heard recently about a case in Nigeria that a child was bullied, and then the child died as a result of bullying and everything. And the mother was there online. She was screaming that she needs justice for her son. And I think, was that her only child? No, maybe that was her only male child. And she was seeking for justice. And later, I think they swept the case under the carpet, probably because the children that perpetrated the stuff had parents that were, you know, very rich and all. And that was later, after a few years, the woman also died, probably from heartbreak and all, you know. So like a lot of things are going on, and then, you know, the funny things, these bullies end up growing up to be somebody big in the society, and that's why we have power trips everywhere. It started from bullying in school. You want to assert your dominance, you want to show that, oh, you're better, or you're bigger, or you want to tell this person that it's not as good as you, and then you end up nobody's checking you. And nobody checked them and all that. And, you know, even in the UK, there's the problem of raising, you know, kids are not being checked for what they do. You see kids throwing tantrums. I don't know, I might be wrong, but I'm just going to say this from my perspective as a Christian. It doesn't matter even if you don't have to hit a child to put that child right, but if you
Absolutely.
see a child doing something wrong, you need to put them straight.
Absolutely.
If your child bullies someone, you need to let them know that they've done wrong.
Absolutely.
Because that same child would do it to someone else, and that person will be hurt for life.
Absolutely.
Now imagine if you did not turn your life around. You could be carrying that scar and also end up hurting another person,
Absolutely.
bullying other people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So why that means it starts from the family. We need to check our children when they are doing wrong.
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm glad that you chose to become a better parent. You fought for your daughter.
Absolutely.
And your future children will be proud of you as well, that
Absolutely.
yes, you fought for them, you know. So when I see kids throwing tantrums and you see kids angry and they say, oh, they're having a meltdown and they're breaking things, breaking the TV, and nobody's talking. Everybody the man is just like, oh, Brandon. Sorry, I'm saying Brandon. He's like, Brandon, stop doing that. I'm like, if it's me, I'm gonna be strict and you stop that now. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm from Africa and because of our strict upbringing. Like I just feel like hurt people will end up hurting people. So when you do not put your child right, they will end up hurting people who will end up hurting other people.
Absolutely.
So it's better for us to raise a good, like, children from good backgrounds, and ensure that kids have a very good environment to grow up.
Absolutely,
you know. And I'm glad for you to even being able to forgive your parents, like, you know, coming from a broken home and everything, and you still, like, because children, when they've gone through something, they end up in most cases repeating the cycle of what they've gone through. So like if you're like somebody abused you, they end up also doing the same thing, like in most cases. So yours was really different. That's really, like, you will see, I've been praising, because it's not easy for someone to go through all the things you've gone through. You've gone through it all, like loss, you've gone through it, you've gone through drug abuse, you were able to overcome it, you've gone through homelessness, you were able to overcome it, you've gone through broken homes, like everything that could make someone into a devil, like into an evil person, literally walking on the street and just picking out a dagger and stabbing people. You know, you've gone through them all and you're still here standing. So that's amazing.
Thank
and
you.
Yes, you finally cooked. I can't lie, I'm scared to eat this because this looks like, I don't know, it's scary because I've never seen anything like this in my life. But I have to be honest, we'll try this and see how it goes. So finally we have the stir fry, Brandon stir fry here on this table right now, and I'm just gonna try it. But trust me, if it's not good, I'm gonna say it. I'll say, this is not good though, but if it's good, I'll say it. Okay. Yeah, Lord. So 1, 2, are you ready? Wow, it's not that bad. This is good. Wow, this is quite good. Seriously, well done. I didn't know a 15 minutes food good. Was it up to 15 minutes? To taste this good, you know?
Absolutely.
This is amazing. So, like, I'm just gonna ask you.
Sure.
You know, you talked about abuse, like you were abused. Like, so, have you finally forgiven your abusers?
Forgiven is, I think, a big word. I've accepted it. I've accepted, and I've brought myself to peace that my past is my past. I can't change it. So how I see things, you can't change your past, you can only change your future. So you can change your future for the best, even if you have the worst past in the world. It's about yourself. It's about how you grow as a person, rather than looking to the past and seeing that broken person, that abuse you've seen all your life, you know. And how I see it now is it's I think it's amazing that I've got through this. I'm now married. I've got a home. I've got people around me now. So that's what it is. People, good people, make you a better person. And I think that support bubble around you also is what.
So did therapy also help you heal?
It helped. It helped me to a certain extent, yeah. I think I talk about a lot of therapy on my channel and how it doesn't always help because, however, I have had therapists in the past that have said to me, because my behaviour wasn't good at one point. I was at a point in my life after my daughter died where I was a bit chaotic. My mind was chaotic. I wasn't good myself. One therapist said to me, if you don't start behaving yourself, you're going to have to end up in prison. That struck me. And saying, right, I've got to change. I've got to change for myself. I've got to change for people around me. I've got to change just for my future. And my producer, he was the one that got me out of therapy, really, because he was like, why are you talking about holding a glass of water and feeding the glass of water when you can do something more productive and actually do something like this and help people on my podcast? And because I've had people come up to me in a town, in a pub, come up to me, and I've had discussions, sometimes heated discussions, but therapy does help some people if they want to be helped. You know,
I feel like it's more about willingness.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like if you're not willing, no matter how many therapy you get, it still would not work for you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What would you say to someone out there right now that is going through grief, that is going through homelessness, that is going through that suicidal, that are going through depressions, that the issues of life are currently dealing with? What would you say to them right now?
Talking saves lives. Talking to someone who gets it saves lives.
That's the point, to someone who gets you.
Absolutely.
You can talk to someone who would spread your gist all around the world and no help you one bit. But the people who get it,
Absolutely. And what I say about my group is everything's confidential. Everything that we do in the group stays in the group. So we don't, like you say, we don't go spreading things around.
That's the point.
Confidentiality, if that person or someone else is in danger, we have to tell someone. Other than that, nothing's said to anyone, even their family members. If they don't want to if they don't want us to tell their family members, we keep it, and sometimes we discuss it along with the admins, and that's it. We keep each other. We're like a family, and a community that sticks together. If someone's in trouble, we all help each other. And some people just say, "Oh, you're just an online group." We're not just an online group. We're a tool. We're the free support that people don't always get.
There's something that's not being talked about enough is having a community, how important it is for you.
Absolutely.
Community is like a backbone. So if you're gonna fall, you get someone who's gonna grab you.
Absolutely.
But the thing most people don't know is because I found out that most people do not have community. They are like an island, they are isolated. And that's why it is easier for them to sink deeper into their depression, into their problems. But talking to the right person as you said,
See.
is what is actually going to help you. And having a community. You see, when I came to the UK, we didn't know anyone. We were alone. We were just trying to like get by every day. I was in depression, I think, for about a year when I came to the UK. Because one, when I left Nigeria, I was so happy, like I was coming to the UK. Because I heard a lot of nice things about the UK. Like they say, when you come, you're gonna make lots of money. You know, things are gonna be like this. And then I came. I was like, no, this is not what they told me. Like, you know, because before I came, I had never worked under anybody. I used to be a freelancer, so I work my own things. I work, like I do things, and then I was paid. I was making at least a lot of money. And then I came here, I saw that nobody gives you anything here. You have to work so hard. Like, and I was working in a nursing home then. So, you know how nursing home can be so difficult. I was working 12 hours for 48 hours per week. So I work 8 to 8 for almost 4 days in a week, or sometimes 5 days in a week. And then I hardly have any time for myself. The only time I come home, I just want to stay in bed. You know, it almost caused issues in my marriage, like me and my husband, because like he felt like this is not who you were back in Nigeria. You were a strong girl. You were always running around doing things. But you came here and then it looks like you're just not yourself. And then he didn't know that something inside of me had already changed. Like I was experiencing a whole new thing, and then it was looking strange. So, and we didn't have a community. Nobody to tell me that, this is what to do, or this is how to do, or I've gone through this, let me help you, you know? So we were just alone trying to find our own way. So it was later on we started getting, and now we got a community. I belong to a church, and then now I have friends from the church. I have friends that I can always talk to. Like when I want to do things, they can always come for me. They can talk to me. You know, it's really like it helps me. It got me out. It helped me to become a better person. So seriously, what you're doing is amazing, Brandon. I must say, well done to you, to the group that you've created.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to say that I want to ask you a question, like in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself? Where do you see the group?
I'd love to take the podcast further. We'll love to get guests on our podcast. We would love to start monetizing the podcast, not for our own profits. But it's for the group. Anything that we do is for the group. So where we want to see it in the future, we want to start investing more so we can start taking the community outside of online. We're going to start doing meetups. We're going to go to London in a couple of weeks with a few people, and it's a chance because we never met in real life. So it's a chance to get to know each other face to face. And I think that's really important, to have the face to face contact, because you sometimes get lost in yourself online. If for example, people call it doom scrolling, where you're online, you just scroll and scroll and scroll, and then all of a sudden 2 hours is passed. But where we want to go is take it outside, maybe even have like a talking groups, but it's non-judgmental. We don't care what you say, whatever you say is fine. We listen.
We don't judge.
Exactly. That was a trend at one point, wasn't it? Absolutely. So we want to do that sort of thing. So it's going to take work, and anything in life takes work. You know this. It's going to, we're getting quite a few views. A lot of men see our videos. Unfortunately, a comrade of ours passed away, and that was the most views we've ever had. So it's work in progress. So
Well done, Brandon.
you.
I must say that thank you for the food,
problem.
because this is one thing about me is I'm always scared to try new food, even though I'm a cook, like I'm a chef myself.
Yeah,
I love to cook a lot, but I always get scared trying something I've not had before, because I don't know how it's gonna be like. But like I tried this and it's amazing, and trust me, I'm gonna try it again on my own and see if I'm able to recreate this, because it's really good. So thank you.
Thank you.
And also thank you so much for coming to the show. Thank you so much for sharing your story, even though it's not an easy place. And because of the kind of show you run, where you only talk about the future, I was able to like ask you to share a little story about your past, and yes, you did. And you took us to the present as well, where you are now and where you hope to be. And this is also to inspire other people that are going through so many things right now. Like this guy is just like a template. Like I'll just say, if you're going through something right now, is he as difficult as what he's been through? Like he's been through so much. He's been through everything you can ever think of, like everything bad you can ever think of, and yet he was able to change his life around and be the person that he is today, and also becoming a light to bring out other people from their darkness. So why what will you say is your excuse for still being there? So if you're a drug addict and you're finding it hard to come out of it, maybe you have this addiction and you don't know how to come out, just talk to the right people. Like Brandon has said, speak out. As long as you're willing, you're gonna get people that's gonna help you. And if you're in grief, maybe you lost someone and you're going through it, just speak up. Please don't die in silence. There's no benefit if you're dead. Please, we don't want to be raising up justice for this person, or we don't want to be raising placards and say, oh, don't die, rest in peace. No, we would rather share your story. We would rather talk with you, sympathize with you, empathize with you rather, and understand you, provide help if you're in trouble, than for us to post RIP on social media. Because like I feel like so many people prefer to just post on social media RIP, he was good. Like one thing is, when people are alive, I feel like people do not offer them enough support when they're alive until when they are gone. That's when you now know that this person was a very good person. But when this person was alive, you never said that to this person. It could have helped.
Yeah, there's a saying, isn't it? Say what you're going to say to me when I'm alive.
Yes.
Rather than my funeral. So if you want to say good things in life, say it when I'm alive, not at my funeral, So
it's even saying it to them could have prevented their death. I heard of a story about a man who escaped suicide, and because of that, he went to he stays close to a place where people normally go to commit suicide. He doesn't say much. He just smiles at people. Whenever he sees that they're coming there, he knows this person is tired of life, so he smiles at them. He just offers them a cup of tea, and he doesn't ask them much questions. And he has saved so many lives by just smiling at them, asking, do you want a cup of tea? Are you okay? Are you okay? So this is amazing, and that is where we're gonna wrap up the show for today. I want to believe that we've learned a lot. We've experienced something new. We've talked, we've chopped, and then we've heard about the story of hope, of survival, and of healing. And thank you so much, Brandon. And I believe that next time when we invite you, come, or probably you make something else again for us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for making it here.
Thank you.
So that's it on Talk and Chop for today. And I remain your host, Irede Adekule, the queen of Adekule dynasty. So don't forget to always follow, share, and like our shows, and support us as well. And you can also be a guest on our show if you want to share your story, you want to speak out, please feel free. And if you don't want us to show your face, of course we will hide your face and share your story so you can get the help that you need. Thank you so much. Let's talk and let's keep chopping. Bye bye.
Talk and Chop, where we blend the art. Real stories, shared plates, it's a brand new start in this kitchen. We're a family tonight. Food and stories, everything feels just right. So grab your forks, it's time to shine with Talk and Chop.